streaming because I can now. I'll put on low latency. I don't know if I managed to click it in time. Oh, I did. Let's go. If I lag, I'll just reboot stream in a non-low latency fashion. We did a little bit more of the temple off stream. Mostly James and Havoc did most of this because I had school. And, you know, they help. It's weird how we do things, but it works. It works out in the end every time, you know?
Mhm.
You think we have sandstone the waste to fly in some of the area beneath the sand? It'd be cheaper than filling it all in with sand.
I have no idea.
But I could also just go gather up some wood and use wood slabs.
We can do that.
James, come here now. Is he still in class?
Yeah, I think
I am. You have like 2.5 hours-ish. Like 2 hours will be 4:30. It's like 2 hours or so more to work on this. Not bad. I think I can just drain this pool right here now. But I wanna... How many did I end up doing? 6? Alright, okay. So I guess we go... 3, 6. Boom, boom, boom. Fantastical. It's weird how in like the show I'm watching, it's like characters do such, like they just employ tactics to make characters do things that are so dumb, you know? Like girl's sister, you know, it's like she's like, cause it's some transgender female, but like they're aliens too. And you know, she got like the superpower that only one person per like family generation gets. So like, only if you have 4 kids, only one of them's gonna get it. I mean, it's not female only, but obviously since she's a transgender woman, it's like, you know, that like she was her sister was her biggest supporter, and then you know she gets the powers, and their mom dies. All of a sudden, you know, she's a complete dickhead to her, and like uses that like as an insult. Very dumb, because you know, logically, even people hurting probably won't go that far, but you know, it's a TV show. Make no sense. Whoa, I went high. Oh, are you filling in this one? Alright, I go this side then.
Oh, I did this one a little bit more far out.
You're good. Symmetry doesn't really matter, because in the end,
Yeah.
all this is temporary.
Yeah.
Are you stabbing fish?
No, I was stabbing it. Guardian.
I wonder how much of this we've actually drained, like, in terms of, like, blocks of ocean.
We're definitely 1 million.
A few thousand, at least. I mean, because, like, imagine, like, mining out, like, the area we did down to the level we did. You'd have a good amount of stuff in your inventory. You have a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure even the max players in the server with all their inventory may not have even been able to hold all those items. I mean, I guess that's also assuming, you know, there's no temple here that eats up some of the water. But oh well. There's the parts of the temple missing on the outside. We will have to fix that.
Yeah.
I think we may flatten out some of these things that make no sense, like these weird archways, as I don't really like them. And some of them are a bit unevenly spaced. I have no idea if I went the correct amount here, I just kind of guessed. Mainly because the part underneath this is just... I hate in TV shows when people become dickheads for no good reason. It's like, you know, your biggest supporter, you're a very good person now, but oh, all of a sudden one bad thing happened. Now you're like a fucking horrible person you can't handle anymore. You know?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, how in the fuck does that work? One bad thing and now you're like a fucking asshole. Ow! Make no sense. I'll have a little bit of extra sand by the end of this to mess with. Damn fish. Always in my fucking way. You know?
Yep.
I'm just trying to fill in a border here, mate. Even all the sand will eventually be replaced with dirt. It's just a placeholder, so like it doesn't look bad and, you know, it's level. Because I know some people like to keep their terrain for it. Me, not so much. I like terrain I can work with. And it's easier to build things that I like. You know?
Yep.
Not mountainy terrain with grass and everything. But, like, I can add that back if I want. If we want, I mean.
How many fish have we killed during this shit?
No idea, but it's been 6 minutes since I started up stream. Well, however many fish we've killed, you can add another one to the count. Because my trident just went right through one. Not a very nice thing, but oh well. I think we can both use sponges now, because I've got like 2 stacks. So you want a stack of sponges you can use?
I don't know how we
Try to start from the top, like when you're doing it. Like a block beneath like the top layer of water. Like look here, I'll show you. Boom, 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 boom. That didn't really work, because this is a different sized hole. But just like kind of start draining it, you know?
Yeah.
Force the water levels down.
What's the other stuff? Oh, you have it. I'm gonna finish this last one. Oh, damn, you done fast? What? What? And you're doing party chat, you all make this stuff.
Nah, not really.
You won't sing, and you won't use your headphones.
Yeah, you do have to use headphones if you do join. Havoc's mic already has echo sometimes. Only sometimes, so it's weird.
Okay, it does work.
Okay then, sponges. You make no sense sometimes, but I guess.
Okay, I made the Adobe channel.
So I'm watching like 4 fish. Sorry, I'm watching. Holy, that's a lot of dead fish.
Oh, what's this?
There's like 7 dead fish
Not
throughout the
all.
time.
Yeah, I said a lot.
I'm just extending their life for.
We did 5 sponges in the room. That's cool.
Yeah, we spent most of the time just getting sponges and like messing with the temple.
I'm gonna just use the fence too. I don't know how to use it.
Oh, that sponge get wet.
Dead.
You better not be. Oh, good, you weren't wet. I was like, you better not be wet. You didn't even touch the water.
It's dead. Look, it's dying.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, it's more fun to watch the animals die though than to kill
I'm
them.
not gonna win the party chat.
And then you know, PETA can't claim animal abuse on us because we didn't kill them. They died on their own accord for this being. For like, you know, because you can very clearly tell like what we're doing, fishies. Like we are draining your home of all its water, you know.
Yeah.
I think we have a good few amount of fish just sitting in that chest.
Open Minecraft.
Boom,
Oh,
a boom, a boom.
It's
Boom.
not broken. It's
Boom.
not broken. It
Boom.
does go a lot faster.
There we go.
We have about like
I may have took like a stack and a half of sponges instead of just a stack. Because, you know, we had an extra half stack.
yeah.
Like, I think we only have 2 more grid patterns to do.
Yeah, I'm working on the other group.
Then we're done.
Maybe, but if we split that in two, that'd be some very big ocean area to fill in. Yeah, if we split that in half, that's...
We should use sponges instead of
I
sponges.
think we have like 4 more grid patterns if we went at 1. Like 4 more, but now we have a
No, I
good...
like to put my sponges back when I'm done with the project.
Yes.
We're not gonna be done with this really.
No, but I'm done so much.
I don't even have some of your sponges back. I never planned on stealing them to begin with.
I plan on stealing all your sponges.
Well, that's you have it, that ain't me. I have no control over that.
Because I don't even know. I don't even know what sponges are for a couple of seconds. I forgot what they did.
Sponge room!
Because I never get those one anymore.
You never use a sponge?
Oh, I have an apple left.
That's still enough to get some work in until like 3:40, and then we could do Fortnite and warm up. Like clicks and other shit and have fun there.
Fun. Let's go.
I don't know what that is.
I put another clip in it.
Come on. What? Oh, he's on his PC.
Who?
How does he have a strong enough computer to run Minecraft? Does it run well? I'm just curious. Cause like, I thought James was a Switch player.
Oh wait. Yeah, James, you want Minecraft on PC?
You have a better version than even.
What?
Your frames are dog water? Right.
I think a lot of good things. It's just, it's
Oh, never mind. You have Minecraft that wants to listen to Java.
I mean, Bedrock runs very well compared to Java. I wouldn't know. Chunk run distance on there is like a quarter of mine on here, and it fucking the game kills itself. It can't handle a high. Oh, that's fun. I forgot. There's no water there, unfortunately. Someone got rid of all the water on that side of the map. I wonder who did that.
I don't know. A lot of the achievements I did on my Switch, I haven't done.
Yeah, I
on
wonder
my-
who did.
A lot of the achievements have been on my Switch. I've not done on my.
Oh, you've just been.
I can't hear
Have you used your sponges yet?
Wait, can you give me?
I told you there's some in here. I'll just take them then
I
and
don't know.
use them myself.
Yeah. I don't know how to do
And
my
just
own.
keep working on draining and draining and draining all the ocean monument. It's a fairly big ocean monumental.
I want to get you a little bit used to it again.
Yes, I can't hear you, so.
I fell. Panic, I fell.
Oh,
Havoc, what do I do? I fell.
You delete, the whole ocean monument.
We
Okay,
could.
okay, let's go.
Imagine we
Wait,
just
wait,
dig
wait,
this
no.
out and we get rid of the monument that we were draining.
What?
It'll only take a few charged creepers.
it just froze it.
You know those charged creepers after we were done that? Oh yeah, tell James that he missed out on the thunderstorm.
You missed out on the thunderstorm?
The what?
Yeah, it was thundering.
In real life?
Oh, I just saw a dolphin die. Uh-oh.
Oh no, dolphin.
I don't know how it died though. We're not even draining the ocean fast
You have
enough.
one dolphin, the rest of the dolphins come after you.
You're
Yes.
finally doing?
Yeah, Michael, my game decides to.
You have a dog wall PC?
I haven't played on my computer in a while, so I have to get used to it.
You gotta get used to the controls again. Next thing you know, and talking about how he's gonna get back used to the controls again. Next thing you know, you hear him screaming for his life. James, you know.
He's on,
Ah!
he's on.
You're mean, James. Why are you trying to kill me?
Ah, there we go. Excuse me? The water's not coming down. Oh, there we go.
That's just what I was already doing.
Bruh, now I've gotta be quick.
Oh, that was a style.
Whee!
I am crouching up and down in water.
Fix
Do
now,
I have to
James.
beat
Ow.
Oh, I do.
Whee! Fix your hole, James. You did it.
That's the hole now, or you make it gay, James?
Oh, I have to be really used.
That's what I said. If you want to make it gay.
You know, we still have like half a stack of coal in each furnace, basically.
I'm about to kill James.
About to commit a hate crime?
Yeah.
Let's go. Havoc join the hate crime family.
Oh.
The hate crime family. Boom. A 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 boom. Boompa. Boompa. Do. You know, Wadzoo was like one of the first people I saw to get a netherite beacon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Time to watch a show as I come. But they come.
Watch the movie if you don't want to die. It's if you want to live. Shoot.
Oh, you goober.
No!
У нас проблема. Мне нужно связаться кое с кем в Америке.
Previously on Supergirl.
Oh, this is your new business.
Yeah, this feels about right.
Mom, what's happening?
It was your destiny to be my daughter, to be Dreamer.
I have to be mind wipe too.
Happy to help, Alex.
I would really appreciate it if you would address me as Director Danvers.
Oh,
See you soon.
Police are on the lookout for a couple masquerading as partygoers who robbed the attendees at an event in the upscale enclave of Oaks Bluff. No one was harmed, but the couple appears to have absconded with several $100,000 in jewels and cash.
We're getting famous.
You know the one they stole from Kim K looked just like this.
Oh.
But these bracelets are way nicer than our Cartiers.
Hey, bling ring. How about you stop admiring the loot and start paying attention to me, huh?
I'm the one who got the shiner making our getaway.
that's because you're too slow, Chuckster. Always underestimating how much rich people like holding on to their stuff.
What's this?
Rich people's ball tomorrow night. Could be another big score.
You're a real idiot.
Hey! Come on and help me out, Pamela. Door's jammed.
What the hell did you almost crash us into?
Marshmallow roses, so good.
You should save one of those for Jean, you know.
Oh, this one's for me. You want one? They're delicious.
No. Hey,
Hey! Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much.
And oh my gosh, this place is awesome. I can't believe it's taken you weeks to finally have me over.
Well, I just wanted to get the place fully set up before you saw it.
Oh, I am so proud of you.
And I see we're not the only ones who gave you a Valentine's gift.
No, well, most of these are from the aliens in my support group. This box is from members of the crime watch I helped set up to catch taggers who were spray painting Free Ben Lockwood up and down the block. And these flowers are from a Tumian whose lost family I found.
Well, it is amazing how many clients you've already helped. I mean, you left the DEO with the goal to change your life, and you have.
I sense
You're
discontent.
gone in the monument.
How are things with Haley? Better?
She's been in Washington, so that's good, I guess. It's just seeing how much you've accomplished, it reminds me of how little I've done since I took over the DEO.
You have not done little. Mercy and Otis Graves, Agent Liberty.
I mean in my personal life. Yeah, I took over the DEO to use that stability to finally be able to pursue the things that I want. And I did, at first. And I dated a lot.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, well, and I was also working on my adoption portfolio. But, when President Marston got exposed, it kind of all just fell to the wayside. It's weird, because I feel like I have this capacity for so much more lately, and I'm doing nothing. Thank you.
Well, if you feel like getting back out there, I know Nia and her roommate are throwing a very happening Valentine's party tonight. We could go together. I could be your wing woman.
Why does that scare me?
Hold on.
Well, police found a car that apparently crashed trying to avoid an asteroid.
So, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, come on. Good to see you.
I love you both. Love you.
Now you're looking discontent.
I just miss her. Being her partner in crime.
Thank you. Oh no, I need to get out of here before I eat all your Valentines. Go ahead.
Mrs. Stewart, glad you found the place. Please, have a seat.
Thank you.
So, how can I help you today?
I didn't know who else to call. I think my husband's been kidnapped.
Brainy.
It is I. And I'd like to make myself clear since I did not last time. I am not here for a date.
Happy Valentine's Day to you too.
I sense sarcasm, which I find confusing in this context. You see, I'm here because Kara told me about your mother's passing, which I was very sorry to hear. But, having run simulations, I've deduced that there's an 87.4% chance that you would now wish to train as a superhero. And I have brought my most complex mind mazes to help you hone your skills and interpret your dreams.
Brainy, I know it's my destiny to have these powers. I'm still grieving, Brainy. My mother passed away so suddenly.
Have you ever considered putting your grief into tiny boxes?
That doesn't sound very healthy.
It could be. Besides, then it would free you up to train and join mine and Supergirl's crime-fighting family.
I would love to join your family someday. But I'm just not ready to train right now.
Very well. I shall take my mind mazes and go.
Brainy, my roommate the vet's having a Valentine's party tonight to try to cheer me up. If you want to come?
Actually, I would love to attend.
Great. Then it's a date.
It's so funny in this show because there's like this fucking alien dude who's like,
Don't look so troubled. So,
why not? You're locked up and you're the only one who's brave enough to stand up for humanity.
It isn't right.
listen, the movement that was created, I have to believe, will create the circumstances of my release.
But I want to do something for you now.
Then be a man. A man of action. man that your grandfather wanted me to be, but at your age.
We should go.
James helps me punch sponges away.
See you next week.
Hey, George. Come here.
Colonel Haley, I didn't expect to see you so soon.
Yeah, well, I came back early to help my daughter.
You have a daughter?
I'm so surprised, Director. I do have a life outside the service. She was having trouble on a school project, so I came back to help her. Be impressed by what I can do with the glue gun.
Well, it must have been nice for her to have some time with her mom.
literally crouched.
Working with her was much more pleasant than my time at Noble.
I take it that part didn't
I didn't do anything.
The president wanted answers I couldn't give him about the range drug he dealt with the other week.
It was gonna be funny. Oh yeah.
You're all dismayed
You
by
can
that.
pick 'em up.
You need to see this. No, I've misidentified this as an asteroid. It's some type of ship. And whatever came out of it seems to have eaten this man's heart. And nothing else.
Bonk.
Happy Valentine's Day.
It's like the creature extracted his heart perfectly.
Are you good, Jay?
There's
I want my
minimal tissue
sponges
damage,
back.
there's no blood loss. It's like it cauterized itself.
A sophisticated killing, much like its ship, which presented as solid rock. Also, what's interesting is this creature's shed skin suggests that it underwent some sort of metamorphosis quickly after arrival, which I do find comforting. I would much rather face that than anything snake-like, which I do have a deep phobia about. As any rational being would.
You hate snakes?
Yes, much like the hero of the Spielberg epic, Raiders of the Lost Ark. A terrific picture. In any event, I analyzed the DNA from the creature's skin and made a composite of what the beast might look like now.
2 more victims were just discovered. They lived in a mansion a mile from where that pod landed. Same exact cause of death. We need to find whatever killed
Sorry,
these people
Havoc.
before we have a panic on our hands.
If my interpretation of the data is correct, this
Uh-oh.
is what we're looking for.
Literally, I defeated the totem.
Oh, I may use one. I was once hurt. Don't punch me. Don't.
Humans are
Die.
so vulnerable.
We'll do whatever we can.
We're back in a few hours. Update me with any progress.
Yes,
I get my Twitter back, rock.
I love what you've done to the place. Looks like an actual newsroom.
Yeah, I know, like the Washington Post. So what do I owe the surprise?
Well, the lady who came into my office as you were leaving, her husband is the director of alien affairs.
You mean Anthony Stewart?
That's right. He helped draft the Alien Amnesty Act.
Right.
He and his wife have been getting a lot of threats ever since Locker was imprisoned, and last night, he never made it home.
She thinks he was kidnapped.
I'd imagine Capco has a lot of research on Stewart. I was hoping that I could give you the scoop, and in return, you could help with my investigation.
Whatever you need. Sounds like it's an important story.
This is something I think the DEO might be interested in too, and if that's the case, per our conversation this morning, you can't work with Alex as Supergirl, but maybe you could team up with her on this.
It's Valentine's Day and you're being a matchmaker.
Everything okay?
Well, now that you're here with a very large present.
I took this in our last morning at the lake house together. Open it, please. Just how I see you. We're away from everything else, and it's just you and I. And it's perfect.
Let's go to Paris. Tonight. For Valentine's weekend, away from everything else.
Are you serious?
Have you ever known me to gym?
No, but I've never known you to offer spontaneous trips either. Are you sure everything's okay?
James, we never just live in the moment. You know, we should do that more. Because we never know what tomorrow's gonna bring. Come on. All right, listen. If your billionaire girlfriend cannot whisk you away for a romantic holiday, then there really is something wrong with the world.
The lady has a point.
The lady usually does.
Here's something. Fred Roberts, known member of the Children of Liberty. He sent hate mail to Stewart after the Alien Amnesty Act was signed, and then he was arrested and convicted for stalking him. He was released from prison last week.
No release address listed in the records I have access to. But I think the DEO might have it.
Any luck in narrowing things down?
I'm working on it.
Then why are you looking up Valentine's Day gifts?
I am 85% focused, which is the equivalent to a very capable CSI team. Now, I just have one other matter of importance to take care of, and once I do, I guarantee you 100% of my mind. Unless, of course, you'd like to help out, in which case I could stop multitasking sooner. I'm sure of it.
I hate Valentine's Day. 2 minutes.
Today, Nia Knoll invited me to attend a Valentine's Day party. She said it's a date. Yet her intentions were unclear.
It's a date does not sound unclear.
It never occurred to me that someone as amazing as Nia Knoll would be interested in me.
Well, then I guess the bigger question here is, what do you want?
I want her to be my Valentine.
Well, then bring her a gift that expresses that.
A bold idea. From a very bold person. Alex Danvers.
Ugh, if only. Here you are in the middle of a crisis, carving out time to figure out your life.
Multitasking.
Yes, can we get back to the search now, please?
Absolutely. In fact, I've just finished analyzing the police reports for the 2 additional victims. It appears that beyond the deaths themselves, every piece of jewelry at their house was taken. I understand the car where we found the first victim was involved in a jewel heist. Those jewels were also taken.
Jewelry. Well, gems and precious metals could be an additional source of nutrition for this alien.
Or potentially the alien requires the jewels as a resource for its planet. In any event, it was just how this alien is choosing its victims. If it was traveling on foot, that would give us a radius and a profile of victims for us to search by.
Well, triangulate and send me the addresses. Hey, John, is everything okay?
I have a client whose husband, the director of alien affairs, might have been the victim of a hate crime. I could use your help tracking down a potential lead Kara helped me come up with.
I'm sorry, I've got an unidentified alien threat that I'm trying to track. But you should call Brainy, I'm sure he could help. He's great at multitasking.
She redirected me to Brainy. So much for my matchmaking skills.
Well, the lead was bad anyway. There's no release address for Roberts because he's already back in prison.
Stewart's phone records. It appears he made consistent calls to a number belonging to Madison Sinclair.
Nia wrote an article about her. She's a diamond broker, one of the people who invested in the East City project.
It appears he frequented a restaurant right by her house several times over the past couple of months. And again this morning.
I don't think this was a hate crime. I think he's having an affair.
And on Valentine's Day.
Still need to make sure he's safe.
I'm Colonel Lauren Haley.
Yes, I'm aware.
You're not surprised to see me in your office?
I'm a Luther. I've learned to expect the unexpected. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm here on behalf of the President of the United States to offer you a government contract.
For what purpose?
People are terrified after the turmoil created by that drug that gave humans super strength. The President understands your research is exploring this arena. Miss Luther, we need to make the U.S. military as powerful as our alien adversaries.
This is not what I had in mind when I started my research.
National City on high alert after reports of an unidentified alien feeding on human hearts. Sources put the death toll at 3 already.
This is precisely what we need. I need to go.
up the air conditioning and put them in the fucking vent. Now your car stinks and is greasy. Sure. Okay, here's another part. Have you ever been to McDonald's and the fries are actually hot for once? We got you covered. Rack up the air conditioning and put them in the fucking vent. Now your car stinks and is greasy. Sure. Okay, here's another part.
Mom, we got a view and a like. Mom, we got a view and a like.
Bro, like I'm dead. You killed me. I'm dead now. Bitch, I'm a... Welcome to another episode of My News. To start off on a very, very sad note, our childhood hero, Dan TDM, has unfortunately died on his hardcore world. Rest in peace, my hero. But on the topic of Dan TDM, on the Shady Oaks SMP, a new member has joined, SB737. I don't really recall SB737 making my childhood, but other people may think differently. Hypixel have recently added new maps to Sky Wars, and they're building and designing new maps for Bed Wars. We can all agree that this year, Minecraft's April Fool's joke was... like, what on earth even is Minecraft Plus? Anyway, we know in the latest snapshot that they added goats into the game. But, little did you know they changed the ore distribution. Iron is now a lot more common, and there's a theory that diamonds can come in bigger veins. I mean, Minecraft themselves have said larger diamond blobs sometimes form. Hytale have really...
Shivery timbers, that's one bad guy. I'll make sure to never mess with him. Phew, good grief. Shivery timbers, that's one bad guy. I'll make sure to never mess with him. Phew, good grief. Shivery timbers.
Okay, here are my rules as a parent. Number 1, drugs. You do drugs, you die. Number 2, drinking. If you drink at a young age, you die. But if you drink older, I drink with you. You know, around that 16. Boyfriend, girlfriend. If you my son, good job. If you my daughter, you die. Next up, we got the grades. If you get an A, nice. If you get an S, you fucking die. Next up, we got the bedtime. I don't care when you sleep, but if you wake up next day and you lazy, you die. Next up, chores, I don't care. Curfew, I don't care. Allowance, what the hell is that allowance? Cursing, you do with your friends when you older, it's okay.
Chapter 12, learning to float. Repeat after me. Nice boobies. Nice boobies. You want to get up? Oh, son, how you doing? Come on in. You notice something? We got a couch, buddy. Now you can have all your friends over. You know, your friends take the bed, you take the couch, I'll sleep in the car. Now, while I am a doctor, at nights I'm now an Uber driver. Hey, your mom's pool doesn't pay to eat itself, you know? Well, I know we had Domino's for lunch, but would it be so bad if we got it for dinner too? In fact, last week when I was Ubering, I picked up your mother. She was with another man. You smell that? The neighbors are cooking crack cocaine. Hey, as long as they're cool with me using their Wi-Fi, keep chefing it up. The math test go this week, buddy. Oh, Dad had a little sleepover last night. I'm just kidding. She didn't feel comfortable staying when I cried after sex. I know at your mom's you got the whole PS whatever, but what if I told you I dusted off my old Sega Dreamcast? Even though your mom's the one with the access to the country club, I still get the bill. Looks like I'm paying for a round of golf for a new boyfriend. By the way, I started a GoFundMe for a vasectomy. It's a good thing you're not allergic to cats, because a stray just had some babies on my bed. Maybe your dad can get some. Chapter 12.
Can I go on vacation with my boyfriend?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no, but here's what we're going to do. I'll call his parents up, invite them over, shoot the Final Fours tonight. We'll watch the games, we'll have dinner, I'll talk about the vacation, and then we'll make a decision from there. Is that fair?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Love you.
Love you. Can I go on? Nobody knows. I was dancing in the rain. I felt.
Hiya!
What are you doing?
Drugs.
Oh, okay.
You want to see something cool though?
What? Did you find a new strategy that's better? Oh, you're over halfway done? Just about 5/8 of the way done.
At first, I thought this road being confined to a 100 by 100 border would make traveling around easier, but I was wrong. Instead of building on a flat plane, we built everything up in the air, and I'm not going to use a ladder. The easiest way would be an elytra with fireworks, but there's no way to go to the end. So we used tridents with the riptide. That's why there's so many pools of water in the sky. You're normally not too far from water at all times to get to the skies quickly. But what about the nether, where water is America's most wanted? Tridents become useless, and it's important to get to the nether roof quickly for the gold farm and villagers, so we use an elevator. Colin built this, and we even broke through tons of bedrock to allow it to go to the top. Just make sure there's a block stopping it, or it's going to the moon.
I've been playing Minecraft for a very long time, and over the years, I've noticed things that don't make sense. And I don't just mean trees that float in the air, standard Minecraft stuff. I mean things that don't make sense in the world of Minecraft. So I thought I'd put together a list, and I finally have enough things that don't make sense to make a video on it. And I should also add that most of these things don't make sense for gameplay reasons. I'm just being nitpicky for a bit of fun. So let's not take this too seriously. So, let's begin. You see, lava, it's a dangerous thing, and you can pick it up with a bucket. Makes sense, but if you throw that same lava-proof bucket in lava, gone. Doesn't make sense. Now this next one gets into territory I'm not familiar with, but just bear with me, because we all know redstone to work in a similar way to this. You have a piston of some description. You then have a power source next to it. It works. But did you know that redstone can work even if it's not connecting? This breaks all the laws of redstone that I know. And if you think that was just a fluke or the way I placed it, nope. That's just how... Do you know what? We should put the entirety of redstone in here. All of this quasi-connectivity stuff, it doesn't make sense. Who would win in a fight? A literal pool of lava, or one prickly boy? Submit the answer on your phones now. You guessed it, the lava does nothing. Yet, one green prickly boy, God, doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Now this one's a bit on the strange side, but I noticed if you use a lead in Minecraft on an animal, this is the first time I needed that, where is an animal? The lead actually doesn't go in your hand. Look, it's kind of, well, it looks like it's going in your armpit. How many people hold their leads under their armpit like this? Wait, no, it's attached to the side of me. Everything else, hold in your hand. So you're telling me in Minecraft, this deals damage, this little flower deals damage, but the giant saw blade does nothing. How is this? This is the most aggressive looking block in the game. How does this make any sense? No, seriously, I was really disappointed when this didn't deal damage. Now, I never thought about this too much, but an anvil, which famously weighs an awful lot, sinks in the water, as you might expect. But if you throw that same heavy anvil in the water, of course, like everything in Minecraft, floats to the top, like it's nothing. Huh. Now in Minecraft, We enchant items by going to this magical book and a whole bunch of knowledge. Well, that makes kind of sense to me. I can enchant stuff. But the way you disenchant something is you use a rock that spins. This implies that you disenchant an item by scraping it off. I just thought it was strange that you repair and disenchant with this. If you have a chicken and you set it on fire like this, when it burns and eventually dies, you end up with a cooked chicken. I'm okay with that. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense to me is if the chicken dies on a literal campfire, you get raw chicken. Surely the same principle applies. Doesn't make sense. Minecraft is a famously goalless game. So why does it have a score? And how did I get 843? What is that number? What does it mean? And why does Minecraft need a score? There's no goal. Doesn't make much sense to me. Here's one for you. We have carpets and we have pressure plates in Minecraft. Both very, very similar. Obviously, one triggers redstone and one is decorative. But for some reason, carpets are destroyed by water. Pressure plates, seemingly invincible. I feel like they may have been forgotten in the aquatic update. Speaking of aquatic updates, have you ever thought about the fact that there are now tons of literal fish in the ocean, but you don't catch it with a fishing rod? Indeed, you can't capture any of these with a fishing rod. You need to use a bucket, and the only fish you're ever going to catch with a fishing rod will never be the ones you actually see. Talking of buckets, if you're falling in Minecraft, you can place, if you don't suck at the game, a bucket of water on the ground, and it will stop you from dying. Let's just think about that for a second. Imagine in real life if you just had a bucket of water as you fell from a plane. If you tried to just throw the water on the floor, pretty sure it's not going to do anything. You'd expect at least 2 blocks of water to break your fall. Doesn't make much sense. Now, we all know in Minecraft we have to cook food to eat. Now, this makes sense. It certainly tallies with real life anyway. But if you want to bake a cake, you gotta just throw the ingredients on this thing. Now, I'm not even gonna get into the fact that you need to use 3 whole buckets of milk. I'm more interested in the fact that you do 0 cooking. Could you imagine just throwing all this stuff together and getting a cake perfectly baked? It's nuts. Beacons are insanely... Did I mess up the beacon? I made a beacon way too big. That's embarrassing. Beacons are insanely useful things. They give you haste 2, and coupled with an efficiency 5 pickaxe, you can mine through literal stone instantly. Even granite. Things that should take a really long time. However, something famously as brittle as glass, you have to torment your way through. Now, this really irks me. It makes no sense that glass with efficiency 5 and a beacon takes longer to mine than something like stone or granite. Not only does this not make sense, it kind of annoys me in Minecraft. Here we are in a Minecraft village, and take a look at the scale and size. One villager is quite happy to live in a 3x3 interior space. Really humble and kind of makes sense. You don't really need much when you're living in a small Minecraft house. Let's take a look at how the other side lives. For some reason, pillagers live in this, an absolutely enormous house for such a tiny thing. An absolutely ridiculously large house compared to the 3x3 that they're used to living in. In fact, this one has a village attached to it. Look at the size comparison between this house and this one. What do they need all this size for? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's for storing their giant statues of cats and dinner parties and whatever this is. What do they need all this space for? What are these rooms? Apparently this is what they need it for. giant bull statues of things. You know what? Let's just put the entire mansion in the thing that doesn't make sense. There's a lot of strange things going on in that house, and I think we should leave. And it looks like the future is also not going to make much sense. Admittedly, this is a snapshot, this may change, but the big drip leaf, you can place an anvil on it, sand, gravel, and if you throw a single feather, it activates it. It just doesn't make sense. So you're telling me it takes longer to punch cobwebs than it does to knock down an entire tree with your fist? Sorry, how does this one make sense? This is something I never really thought about until making this video, but I never thought about how absurd it is that you, the player, can just hop in a waterfall and just fly, just go up like nothing, like gravity doesn't exist, and you can just float on water no matter what it's doing. It's just nuts, and this has been around for so long. I'm just mad. If you fall on a boat, you die. But if you fall sitting in a boat, you're not only A-okay, but the boat also doesn't do anything either. I've always felt that that's a little strange. We need to talk about the relative strength of wheat, because it can hold up and destroy a whole stack of sand and anvils like it's absolutely nothing. But one little hop from a player, kaput. Doesn't make sense. Walking on coals, admittedly, should hurt. That makes sense. But why, when you crouch on it and spend more time on the hot coals, does that mean you have 0 damage taken? Surely jumping across as fast as possible should be the way to do it, but it's not. You can milk cows infinitely. Just think about that for a second. They never run out of milk. When you fall on slime, you bounce up and down and don't take any damage. That's absolutely fine. Makes sense within the context of Minecraft. Fly into it, it's like a brick wall. Why? Falling in 1 block of water, absolutely fine, no damage. Even half a block of water, no damage. Fall in a cauldron, dead. We all know that Endermen don't like water. A single block, a half block, but they are quite happy to sit in a cauldron full of water, unless you look at them, in which case, run. Run for your life. Sorry, dog. Walking through a 2-high... Run. Run for your life. Sorry, dog.